I think I'm fake every time I turn on this camera because the thoughts that I have tend to betray themselves when I put myself onto, like the internet. And who I show myself to be isn't always who I am, in every facet of the word. I'm not the person that I am when I am around my parents. I'm not the person I am when I'm around my friends or when I'm around my grandparents or my teachers or my boss or whoever. Like, I don't even know who I am, to be honest. And that's kind of a hard thing to grapple with because, like, I'm an 18-year-old kid and I'm moving halfway across the country in a few days, and like I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means to be fake or to be authentic to the person that I am, because like, how do you know who you are? Like, the only time that I truly think that I know who I am is when I'm sitting kind of doing hard things, which is something that I'm proud of. Like, I love when I'm out here doing something that's difficult, because then it clears my mind and it focuses me on the type of person that I want to be and where I want to go in my life. But I don't know, most of the time you're not doing hard things. Most of the time you're in like the quiet moments of just life. Like, you're making food or you're eating food or you're watching YouTube, scrolling reels, sitting on the can. And like, I don't know if that's who you truly are in those moments. Like, I don't know when you truly are who you are, but I know that it's more lucid, at least for me, when I'm doing really difficult things. So yeah. That was by far the easiest part of the plank, and I just remember how easy it is to trick yourself into thinking that something's not going to be that difficult when the start of it is not difficult. It's like when you're doing a run and like you're doing some like distance running. I've done some distance running, and like the first like 3 or 4 miles you're like, oh, that was really easy, and then it's like suddenly not, and you're like, oh shoot. And it's even worse because it's like the same trick that if you tell your kid you're going to go get ice cream and he gets all excited that he's getting ice cream and then you don't get ice cream, it's way worse than if you had just hadn't told them you were getting ice cream. So if you convince yourself that's going to be easy, then when it's not, you get cooked. I sit legs before this, so like, I don't know, I was at the gym for a few hours, and then I told myself I'd do cardio, so I did cardio, and I told myself I'd hit the sauna, so I hit the sauna, and now I'm here. And like, I don't know, I think I underestimated how difficult these things are, because they're meant to be difficult, but like, they really are. And they're really not easy after you put yourself through like kind of like 3.5 hours of just difficulty, pain, and already giving yourself perceived exertion on your like mentality and stuff. So yeah, dude, this is difficult. But something that I wanted to talk about is what I think being fake is, especially on the internet. I think it's really easy to present something that isn't you, or that isn't the brand that you want to create, or that isn't the morals you want to follow to be able to obtain success. And that happens all the time. And when all you chase is success, then it's really easy to kind of do that, because there's nothing else, other than success when that's all that's on your brain. So, oh man, my brain is cooked. But people just sacrifice their morals for, putting out content. So like, when I think about making these videos, I kind of just want to create videos for myself, because this is something I like to do. I like video production a lot. But it always creeps in like is the hook good enough? Is the idea good enough? Is this going to, like, keep their attention of the viewers? Is this something that people are going to want to watch? When, like, I should just be making videos for myself, Yeah. Dude, this is tough. And at that moment, it began to get pretty difficult. It was like everything everywhere all at once. But that kind of hard also simplifies a lot of things for me. I think really fast, and I can't shut my brain off. It's like the sort of thing where your brain's just spiraling when you're trying to go to sleep. And when I do really difficult things, you can't think about anything else. Like, literally, like, you can't think about anything other than what you're doing and the task at hand for me. So that made it really easy to deliver some of the voice lines, or at least it made it easy in the last one. This one I was struggling a little bit. I was getting really breathy. But you kind of go in hoping for it to be easy, and then it isn't. And you got what you wanted, so yeah. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Something else I wanted to talk about was that if you aren't fake sometimes, you're never going to become the person that you want to be, because, being authentic to who you are keeps you where you are. And so sometimes you got to become a person you're not to be able to be that person. And that means betraying your authentic self. And as long as it matches where you want to go, then I think that's all right to a certain extent. But you got to make sure you're doing it right. Yeah. Dude, this is... I don't know. This is tough. Yeah, it's always around 7.5, 8 minutes where these things get really hard. It's right at the moment where it's at the most difficult that it's going to get at. And you still don't really see the end line yet. Because once you get to 9 and you're doing a 10-minute plank, you're like, oh, I only got a minute. But when you got 2.5 left and your like lower back is arching and your like abs just hurt like hell, it's hard at that point. But you just push through it and then you're at the end. So, all right, I'm nearing the end now, so I get that little bit of hope that helps. But I really want to do a 20-minute plank because I think that'd be really cool and be really difficult, and I like doing hard things. My quad's cramping right now. So yeah, this was supposed to be a 10-minute plank. I don't actually know the time. I'm kind of just checking my phone time, which says I started at 11:04 and now it's 11:13. So you never know with that sort of thing. It just turned to 11:14, but I'm gonna give it probably like 30 seconds just to make sure I get to 10. So yeah, this is tough. This is really hard. My quad is really cramping right now. Just try to get through it. Okay. 2